some of the papers, but there's a breaking news development that I'll get to very soon. So I'm looking at the Tobago fallout. It says Farley still in dark on U.S. military activity, and the minority leader says this particular development is the final nail, he says, in the Tobago tourism coffin. Strong words, and all this on the heels of a THA election that's guarded for early January 2026. So the Chief Secretary, he's not on the Security Council. He's not part of that meeting, and I think that's definitely a consideration going forward for whoever occupies that seat. I think it's only fair to have the top politician from Tobago to be part of that kind of conversation and to be part of the information and intelligence sharing. It's only fair. So that development is on page 5. If you want to read more, definitely go right ahead. I implore you to get the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian today. Also, farewell to Ferdy, stalwart, man with a wealth of knowledge. Many would have gone yesterday to pay their respect, and we saw the footage on the news last evening. Many politicians, of course, past leaders. I mean, he was an advisor to the former Dr. Keith Rowley. Well, the original, the first Prime Minister, Dr. Eric Williams, and many others throughout the years, on the PNM side of things, obviously, and a very strong advocate for labor and their involvement in the political process. And he himself was a grassroots man, a real groundsman that would have come through the ranks. So he made his mark, he was able to chart his course, and his work is done. And everyone, I think, no matter what side of the political divide, once you look at these stalwarts, people who would have served for so many years, you have to give them their respect and their kudos. We send condolences to his family and friends. Now, I'm watching a development here, and I received this from my producer, Nikisha, and I'll read this in its entirety. It's a development that would have transpired in the last couple of hours. Now, the U.S., there's a declaration now as it pertains to Venezuela, and it says Venezuela is now, quote unquote, completely surrounded. This is the word by the man on screen, President Donald Trump. He says there is completely surrounded by the largest armada ever assembled in the history of South America. Again, the statement made by U.S. President Donald Trump, who ordered a total blockade of sanctioned oil tankers entering and leaving the country. The blockade is part of a broader effort to pressure Venezuela's regime, which has been designated as a foreign terrorist organization. The Venezuelan government has condemned the U.S. actions, calling them a violation of international law and free navigation. The situation has raised concerns about the potential for escalation and the impact on global oil markets. And while that is happening, there's another development as it pertains to our Caribbean brothers and sisters up north. We're talking here Haiti, which would have been already on a kind of travel, they've been already put on in the back of the class. He would have made some uncomplimentary remarks concerning Haiti. But this development with Antigua and Barbuda and Dominica, it's one of serious concern. Now, U.S. President Donald Trump on Tuesday named Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica and Haiti as countries where citizens from the territories just mentioned will either be fully restricted or have limited entry into the United States. This measure goes into effect January 1st, 2026. So indeed, developments unprecedented, and we look at what's happening again in Venezuela with the blockade of the oil tankers, and I continue to ask, is this for those who were screaming loud from the mountaintop that it's about narco-trafficking and fighting drug trafficking in the region? Is it still about that, my friends? I asked that question. I asked a genuine question, and I want, if ever we have a conversation, a genuine answer. So we continue to watch, monitor, and see how things progress. I mean, mere days before Christmas and all this escalation and all this is happening, I really pray and hope there is no tipping of the scale in the hours, days, weeks, months ahead. Let's see if this continues to be some kind of military posturing to force what clearly we could all see as regime change there in Venezuela. Let's head to the back page. That's right, some sporting action. Now, there's a tournament going on. I don't know if you realize, but the Samba football, the jewels of football, a couple of teams down here to play, and well, our local girls got a trouncing here actually. Our under 17 girls were no match really for the Indie Premier SC. Would have won the game yesterday, I believe 4-0. Jamaica started off with a bang also. So there's lots of football going on, at least on the female side of things. We want to wish all the ballers the very best. This tournament is coming to its conclusion on the 21st of December. So just a few more days to go. Let's head to the brief on this Wednesday. A little bit wet in some areas, but we keep the conversations warm as always, and we try to bring lots of information. So I'm looking at the Bishop Anstey High School East. Their dancers doing their performance at the Performing Arts Academy. Yes. Well, actually, as a matter of fact, the performance was choreographed with the Performing Arts Academy, and I had in mind that it actually was at the school, because their school auditorium, for those who would have been to that space, really great facility. That auditorium, top notch. So well done to Bishop Anstey High School East. Compliments of the season to the administration and the students. All the best. Edie Stewart is going to join me for the first conversation this morning, and it's to treat with the RHA situation and what we might be hearing, well, at least what we have been hearing concerning the non-back pay and the rest and reflection action that might be coming because of this. Let's hear from Edie what's the real story. President of the Nurses Association, Edie Stewart, joins me next on the Zoom line.
Keep moving to and fro. You never hear parang some sweet so. And them boys on the...
All you bring on the arm, make it a Mac Foods Christmas. All over the land, make it a Mac Foods Christmas. The best tasting ham.
This year, make it a Mac Foods Christmas with T&T's favorite ham. We have pork, beef, chicken, and turkey hams, and even roasted garlic pork for the real taste of a Trinity Christmas.
Make it a Mac Foods Christmas. All over the land, make it a Mac Foods Christmas. The best tasting ham.
Make it a Mac Foods Christmas.
The countdown to Christmas 2025 is on. Don't get left in the dust. Get your home right this season with Salu Enterprises Limited, your trusted cleaning specialists. We specialize in janitorial services, post-construction cleaning, floor scrubbing, facade building cleaning, construction services, pressure washing, grass cutting and ground maintenance, glass cleaning, landscaping, and much more. Don't get left in the dust. Trust Salu to get your home or commercial space right this Christmas.
Magical Expressions Limited is the largest local importer and distributor of fresh cut stems, offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us today at 701-6488, 701-6680, 728-6786, or visit our website to order.
Into the delicious quality delights you know and love. Devon Creams. Smiles in every bite.
Are you battling diabetes, infertility, heart disease, or vision loss? Oxidative stress may be the hidden culprit, damaging cells and disrupting vital functions. The answer: antioxidants. Introducing N-Toxil Fort, the super multi-antioxidant formula. With powerful ingredients like glutathione to detox and boost immunity, superoxide dismutase to neutralize free radicals, lutein and zeaxanthin to protect vision, and carotenoids to fight inflammation. Choose N-Toxil Fort for powerful antioxidant support. Available now at pharmacies nationwide.
Considering a career in procurement or supply chain? Start the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply (CIPS) program at CTS College. CIPS is internationally recognized as the leading professional accreditation for procurement and supply chain professionals. It covers industry-related topics like strategic sourcing, contract management, and ethical practices. With 1 day of class per week and 6 intake periods, students can get certified in as little as 6 months. Contact CTS College today and ask about our flexible payment options and how you can get up to $2,700 off.
You can make your goals unfold, go get it. You can live your dream, join the team, let's do this. You can get the help you need to succeed with Brand Credit Union. You can believe that you can achieve. Big goals, small ones too. Brand Credit Union, we've got you. No more waiting, that won't do. Make someday today. One life, so make it good. Live the way you know you should. With Brand Credit Union, yes you could. Make someday today.
Live your best life today with Rand Credit Union.
Fill your slate with the best for less Christmas specials at Southern Food Basket. Forte Frost straight cut fries, 2.5 kg for $69.95. Country Pride all-purpose flour, 2 kg, 2 for $24.95. Swiss pineapple chunks and slices, 2 for $23.95. Richport vegetable oil, 3 liters, $39.95. Aqua Pure 330 ml, 5 cases, $400. With every $200 you spend at any Southern Food Basket, you can qualify to win a dream Christmas home makeover with over 100 appliances to be won.
One thing I need, I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want...
President of the Nurses Association, Edie Stewart, joins me on the Zoom line. Before we get into our very important discussion this Wednesday morning, let me extend season's greetings to you, Edie, and your family, and all the nurses, all those that you represent under the association. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you so much, and season greetings to you and your listeners.
Edie, I want to treat with what's at least being touted in the public domain about the rest and relaxation, and this is coupled with what is already a time where lots of staff, and not just nurses, we're talking here across the board, people sometimes will take a day or two to treat with their shopping or their business, their Christmas turns. So it's already, from what I understand through my own investigation, already kind of shaky time with staffing. And to know that obviously the ones that will be on call would probably just be doing the bare minimum. Is this rest and relaxation strategy one that is indeed, well, is this going to be one that will take place for the Christmas season 2025 based on the at least, well, the back pay issue? I mean, from what we're hearing, it's not going to be forthcoming this year. It might be something that might be up for consideration in 2026. But before we get to the back pay, this rest and relaxation we're hearing about, is that a strategy going forward?
Well, first we would want to distance the Nursing Association. We have no part to play in any rest and reflection, as it were. I have not heard that from, well, that has not come from the Nursing Association quarters, nor have I heard any of the other unions speaking on that issue of rest and reflection.
Sorry, it's rest and reflection. I was saying rest and relaxation. My apologies. It's reflection. Yeah, we got. Yeah, no time to relax.
I don't know where it is coming from. We are reading some of the same social media posts. There are 1 or 2 persons who's pushing that. We could understand the concept behind it, but it's not coming from any of the unions within the healthcare space. We just would want the public to understand that. So in terms of what traction and what impact it may have, it is left to be seen, because it's not really the workers, the unions that are driving it. It is persons within the health sector who really feel aggrieved, and we could understand that, we could appreciate that. Persons have been sold, correctly or incorrectly, that they would also going to be given whatever PSA got during those negotiations, that 10%, that prorated advance back pay, that was have been sold to a number of persons within the regional health authority. So upon learning that they may not be getting it, at this time. It really has sent shockwaves and anger, and it's I can tell you the health sector is on Tinder. Right now, it could really, I've never seen it this bad within the health sector in terms of disenchantment and demotivation.
Edie, what's the gray area? What's the gray area? Because we've been hearing that there's a kind of gray area because the PSA, they're saying that yes, they are represented by PSA, but at the same time, they're under the RHA, so it's a different kind of contractual arrangement. What's the gray area as it pertains to nurses?
Well, nurses are no different from any of the other categories of workers within the RHA when it comes to the PSA being their representative body. So the PSA is no longer the representative body for healthcare workers within the regional health authorities. They are for the Ministry of Health workers because they remain within the public service. However, for workers in the regional health authority, they were supposed to go ahead and form themselves, organize themselves, form themselves into unions and begin to represent themselves. So that is why you would have had doctors forming MPAT, and since more than a decade, doctors have been representing themselves. Nurses did the same thing. Nurses organized themselves, formed themselves into a union, and now they are representing themselves going forward. In terms of negotiations. But and then we also had daily paid workers who continued being represented by the NUGFW. So daily paid workers, nurses, and doctors are all now under the umbrella of their own unions. So there leaves a large cross-section of other workers who really and truly are unrepresented at this time. They fall under none of these three categories. So that's your pharmacists, your social worker, your monthly period attendants, your drivers, your lab techs, or everybody else falls outside of that. How would they be able to get an increase, seeing that they are not represented by any RNU union, any recognized majority trade union at this time? And they understandably would have to benefit from whatever the public service benefits at whatever period in the future.
Okay.
On the last occasion in 2015, very same thing happened, and it took over 7 months for workers to enjoy that similar increase. And furthermore, the back pay took about 2 years to be paid out. So it had to be broken up into two and paid out in 2016 and 2017. And that is the most recent example. And nurses fell into that same category. And that is why we pushed to make sure we didn't fall into that same category.
Can you tell me, because again, I would have done some research and I would have been asked some questions, and I've been told, and you could either refute or confirm, that usually around this time, a lot of these hospitals run on skeleton staff with the nurses. People would take their little day to make their runs for the Christmas. What happens if a shift doesn't show up? Let's say there's that overnight shift of, let's say, like a 10 to 7 or the 9 to 7, the overnight shift. If no one comes to relieve the overnight team at 7 a.m., what happens in a situation like that if they're on skeleton staff? And is it true that sometimes the wards end up on skeleton staff around the end of the year, Christmas?
Well, there are a number of institutions in Trinidad and Tobago that run on skeleton staff as we speak.
No, well, I established that at the very start. If you remember, I said there was something across the board, but I'm asking specifically for nurses now and the wards. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm getting to your point in terms of if you couple that with persons taking these normal, persons and to save up their days, as it were, and they take it during this period, it could cause quite severe disruption within the healthcare setting. And added to that, you put that, look, you are not entitled to this 10% that has been fought for and won, and you are not entitled to it. So that will further infuriate the workers within the healthcare space. So it obviously it's going to cause severe disruptions, and we have been hearing that of these disruptions happening, it's sporadic, it's happening in different institutions at different times. It's not really coordinated because it's not really driven by any union. So it's happening very sporadic, and it's really causing some unease within the healthcare space, and it's causing severe discomfort for patients who have to undergo some of these surgeries and what happened. But more so, and that's why we really want to drive it home. The government of the day must understand the number one reason they are in office as we speak. The number one reason, it was because the PNM government would have pushed through a salary increase for themselves and denied workers the ability for a reasonable salary increase for the rest of the state sector. Yes, that was the number one reason. Let it not be misinterpreted. The reason, there are a number of reasons, probably 100, but the number one reason, you took an increase for yourself and the rest of the population did not benefit from any tangible increase. 4% it was close to nothing. And those same reasons prior to the elections of April 2025 still exist. The same issues that had the entire state sector really up in arms is the same reasons that currently exist. And the government must need to be mindful of that and how they navigate these treacherous waters going forward. Because, as I indicated earlier, it is ripe as we speak for this thing to spiral out of control. It's very ripe within the state sector. And what we have been asking for is for the Minister of Finance, for the government of Trinidad and Tobago, for the Honorable Prime Minister to make sure those RHAs, the CEOs of those RHAs are given clear directions on how salaries would be negotiated going forward, and ensure that it's communicated to the workers within the regional health authority, and those negotiations begin and come to an end in quick as possible time. And we have written this and we have informed this clearly that we are willing to meet across the Christmas period. Even if we have to come out on Christmas Day, we are willing to do that because we understand how inflammable the situation.
Let me ask
how flammable the situation is right now. Yeah.
And coming out of that, President Stewart, what's your wish list for 2026? And not only just for the workers and their financial well-being, but I'm looking at some infrastructural issues. I saw a video that went viral of a man trying to use the elevator in Mount Hope, and the elevator is clearly not functioning. Dysfunction as it pertains to the elevator. I'm not too sure if they'll have to take patients down a step. I don't know what would be the alternative in a scenario like that. What's the wish list ultimately going into the new year that's upon us in a couple of days?
Well, the association definitely for nursing and midwifery personnel and all healthcare workers. We would want to see a conclusion. That's top of the priority. We have been meeting. More than enough patients has passed. Since 2013 salaries, we are still on 2013 salaries. So top of the list, within the first month or two, we'd want the conclusion of wage negotiations and at least begin to be paid our new salaries early in 2026, January, February, for the absolute latest March. And that is non-negotiable. That is non-negotiable. Secondly, in terms of infrastructure, it's really unfortunate. We really don't see any reasonable and tangible improvements within infrastructure because the government continues to extend itself in multiple directions. Again, with the opening of the COVID Children's Hospital and other development projects the government is undertaking, and it is causing a redirection of resources away from your existing facilities and redirecting it away to new facilities, which are not really that important at this point in time. It is really pie in the sky dreams, and it is leading to disruption. So, for instance, we are begging for an increasing nursing staff because we are so short, and it's causing deaths, it's causing lives to be lost, it's causing limbs to be lost, it's causing adverse events within the healthcare space. This fall out with shortage of nursing staff. Yet, we have a situation where we are pulling nursing staff from Southwest and other RHs to go and take up duty in Hoover Hospital. So if there's anything I would beg is that the government would engage in stakeholder consultation before they engage in some of these dreams that they are intent on fulfilling. Yeah.
Well, let me say a sincere thanks, President Edie Stewart. We've had great conversations for the year. I don't know if we will chat before 2026, but I want to wish you again the best, and let's see how things pan out. And I hope it works out for yourself and all those that you represent in the association. All the best, Edie. Thanks for touching base.
Thank you so much, JW. Enjoy your season, and to your listeners, happy season, a blessed season, and a blessed new year. Yeah.
Edie Stewart touching base with us, representing the Nurses Association of Trinidad and Tobago. So we're going to move to another major association, another major entity within our country. This time we're treating with the fire service, and their president, Keon Guy, joins me. We're treating with the report release and, just issues surrounding the fire service. Keon Guy, president of the Fire Service Association, joins me next.
At Guardian General Insurance, we know your home is more than just a building. It's where your family feels safe and where memories are made. That's why we're here to protect not just your house, but the people and dreams inside it. We are your partner, working alongside you to provide the right protection, the right support, and the peace of mind you deserve. With Guardian General Insurance, you can live safe, live easy.
Switch on that feeling of home. Switch on happiness. Switch on kindness. Switch on unforgettable moments. This Christmas, switch on the joy with B Mobile.
Victor, why are you still living with bad odors? Instantly refresh your spaces with Febreze. Smell like leftover fried food? Instant freshness. Febreze, your home smelling fresh and clean. Find the limited edition at your favorite store or supermarket.
Food Basket Marketplace Season of Savings. Arima, Shagwana, Chamflair, and Gulf View. Small turkeys, $99. Non-alcoholic wine, $19.95 each. Buy 5, get 1 free. Waffy wafer, $4.95 each. Buy 4, get 1 free. Beer Drax can case, $159.95. Butter cookies, $19.95 each. Buy 5, get 1 free. Gala apples, 10 for $20. Red seedless grapes, $19.95 per pound. Food Basket Marketplace Season of Savings. Arima, Shagwana, Chamflair, and Gulf View.
Bring the magic home this Christmas with G-Mar Home Furnishers. Enjoy up to 30% off store-wide and make your home shine this season. From elegant furniture to modern appliances and more. Shop online and stay tuned to our social media pages for exciting weekly sale drops. Take advantage of our extended opening hours all Christmas season at our El Dorado and California showrooms. Call 235-4925 for more information or visit us in store. G-Mar Home Furnishers. Best value for your money.
Panadol's new formula. 5 times faster than other paracetamol brands. There's no time to waste during special moments. When I need fast pain relief, I choose Panadol Rapid. With its new formula and exclusive technology, it's 5 times faster than other paracetamol, giving me effective pain relief. And it's also gentle on my stomach. because my greatest gift is giving them special moments.
This Christmas, the season of savings is here at Food Shoppers Supermarket, 121 Eastern Main Road, Arima, the J Chai Trading Compound. Enjoy unbeatable prices, plus buy one, get one deals on select items. Shop in comfort with wide, easy-to-browse aisles, spacious parking, and a clean, cool, fully stocked supermarket every day. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates and festive events. For the latest deals and prices, join our WhatsApp channel. Christmas starts with Food Shoppers. Food Shoppers Supermarket, bringing you love.
Stomach discomfort again? Bloating, cramps, irregular bathroom habits? Meet Vivera, your daily support for a balanced gut. Vivera works fast to help reduce the abdominal pain, ease bloating, and support healthy digestion. It helps restore balance to your gut so you can get back to feeling light, comfortable, and in control. Choose for real digestive relief, safe, effective, and trusted for both children and adults. Now available at pharmacies nationwide. Vivera, feel the difference.
President of the Fire Service Association of Trinidad and Tobago, Keon Guy, joins me on the Zoom line. Let me also start off by extending season's greetings to you, President Guy, to yourself, your family, and all those that you represent via the association. Great to see you, my friend.
Very much, Jason, and season greetings to you and your staff, as well as to the listeners who will be sharing our message this morning.
That's right. You know, this is a joyous time, and last year, to the day, I think it was actually yesterday, would have been exactly 1 year. I remember I was sitting right here on this chair doing the morning brew, and information started to come in about a fire in Arima. Then it was confirmed that it was the Member of Parliament and Minister Lisa Morris-Julian. Then it went into a deeper sadness, understanding that her children, two of her children, were also lost in the fire. And I remember it was a real national discussion, and obviously coming out of that tragedy and the subsequent burial and the funeral and all the memories and the tributes, it went into a place of, well, we need to find out what's happening, an investigation. So investigation went on, it happened, and now it's almost being like getting the impression it's almost like a political football, because the family, her family, who were the ones who were truly impacted, they would have lost their loved ones. They're saying, listen, they want this to be made, they want the release, they want it to be released, and we're hearing, well, you know, we need to figure it out. And up to yesterday, I believe the former Prime Minister would have made some commentary on it at the funeral of Ferdy Ferreira. So where are we ultimately with this particular report, and why is it not part of a public discourse? Why is there not full disclosure of this particular scenario? Is it to deal with what happened, who actually perished in the fire, or is that a common standard when it comes to reports with a fire that would have had fatalities?
Normally when there are incidents like these, and as you said, that morning, almost a year ago, was quite a sobering one when the news of the tragic events, we were woken by those tragic events. Rightfully, the Prime Minister then requested an inquiry into, in his words, why the fire service's response was what it was, given the proximity of the Arima fire station. And that comment must be taken in context to what the conversation was at that time. At that point, the Fire Service Association had already made several calls highlighting that the fire service was indeed in dire straits, and there was a need for immediate investment to ensure that we had the right resources and well-trained personnel to ensure that incidents like these could at the very least be, if not prevented, that we would have known in the end that we would have definitely had the best tools, the best personnel and equipment, and barring after God, these persons would have still lost their lives. But I'm not certain that that's exactly the case here. Being a fire professional for almost 2 decades now, we would have made calls for the Arima fire station to receive additional appliances. But when we are existing in a reality where majority of us, not majority, but still a large number of our stations are without appliances, it's almost impossible for us to have more than one. And that was the case on the day in Arima. Now, a lot has been said about the report, and we have always maintained that the report should have been made public. It was a commitment that was made by the then Minister of National Security, Mr. Fitzgerald Hines. One, unfortunately, that at the time of his departure, he had not been able to keep. That was then followed by Mr. Marvin Gonzalez, who, on the day of his appointment, when interviewed, did state clearly that he would see that the report was released, and he should ensure that that also never came to fruition. We stand now before the present minister. We would have met with him soon after he was elected and appointed into office, and he would have given a commitment to bring our concerns to the Prime Minister. But at the time, he shared some very genuine concerns as to the impact the release of such report would have on the family members. We in the Fire Service Association did make the recommendation that at the very least, the findings and the recommendations, whatever at this stage, should be made public, because we believe that the only way to secure public trust, the only way to see the improvement in our state institutions are through transparency and ultimately accountability. This is not about assigning blame, but it's really about understanding exactly what transpired, to ensure that we do all in our powers to mitigate against those types of incidents, or at least improve the conditions within the fire service.
So are we ultimately going into the new year? Is it going to be released? Because again, the family, you know, they are the ones calling for this to be released, and there are many, especially those in Arima, those who would have interacted with the late Lisa Morris Julian when she was mayor, who will want to know what transpired that dreadful morning about a year and a year, just over a year ago.
Well, we wait on the response of the minister. I believe he gave some comments earlier this week. He stated that, again, he would go back to his cabinet colleagues and the minister as well, so that a final decision could be made. I believe subsequent to his public statements, there were reports that the family members were also calling for the release, and I must commend them for putting above their own concern, which is a real concern that the Minister Alexander then shared so much hot months ago, and doubled down on this interview a few years ago. And that concern of the families' interest has now been laid to rest, and it clears the path for the cabinet to reconsider their position, and we are hopeful that ultimately that will result in the release of this report into that incident.
So let me ask, coming out of this tragedy last year, is there any improvement to the situation at the Arima Fire Station? Is it that there would have been a learning curve coming out of this tragedy and the appliance that you speak of? Because if I'm not mistaken, I recall they said the appliance was on a call dealing with an industrial fire around the time of the tragedy last year, just going based on what I remember. So clearly, if there's one appliance and it's out and something takes place, well, one appliance can't be in two places at the same time. Have you seen, or was there any kind of improvement since this most unfortunate circumstance last year, about a year ago?
There have been some improvements. To say whether they are enough to ensure that such an incident does not reoccur, in my professional opinion, the answer would be resoundingly no. That's without seeing the contents or the findings of that report. And again, leaning on my many years of experience and those of my colleagues within the fire service. What we have seen, though, is increase in the allocations to purchase firefighting appliances, increased by almost 400%, going up from $4 million from the 2025 to 2020, sorry, the 2024 to 2025 budget to approximately 14 to 17 million for the 2025 to 2026 period. That will ensure that we'll be able to purchase and see the arrival of additional 4 or 5 appliances that we understand near completion, or in fact are completed right now, and that the officers, we have a team up in Spain that are presently going through the vehicle and it's doing the acceptance testing. So soon we would see the arrival of those appliances. We did see the Prime Minister commit some of the grant that was given by China, the almost $100 million TT. She did make the statement while in New York, allocations will be made to ensure that the fire service will be able to acquire some additional appliances. And I can confirm, if I speak with the Chief Fire Officer, indeed, steps are being taken for the acquisition of additional firefighting appliances will help address the needs. But again, this is something that is dependent on the supply chain and its ability to provide such very specialized equipment on short notice. We did see a very third and very important thing is that we did receive 225 self-contained breathing apparatus sets, which is an issue that we've highlighted for almost a decade. The fire service did have a quite inadequate number, and inadequate really doesn't truly address or speak or state clearly the lack of sets that we had. For instance, we require approximately 400. For the longest while, we operated with less than 40 self-contained breathing apparatus sets in large regions, being without any sets whatsoever. So we've seen some improvements in that regard. However, there's still a number of shortcomings with the allocations as it pertains to training, recruitment, and of course, we want to ensure that we are able to retain the best and brightest amongst us. And we've seen a brain drain in recent years within the organization. And we're not losing our fire officers to just companies within the oil industries in foreign countries, but we're losing our officers to energy companies right in Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, the rest of the Caribbean, and in some instances, to our counterparts in the police service and other arms of the national security, simply because the fire service in itself is not seeing the type of investment, and that is just a long-standing issue we've had. We're not seeing the same type of investment that other agencies are seeing right here under the umbrella of national security.
And under that umbrella, what's the latest with the Princestown and more so Sawa fire station? Are they at any point in time going to be fit for purpose in the new year? What's the latest with the renovation or rebuilding process, as it were? I know Princestown under some serious issues, and well, I don't see anything happening anymore in Sawa.
Yeah, well, a site was identified in Princestown or in the Princestown region for temporary housing of the fire officers, and some outfitting was being done there to ensure the officers could occupy a safe and clean environment. We again within the association hopeful that could happen within the first quarter of 2026. There have been and will continue to be a number of fires in Princestown. It's one of our most built up for what we might consider a rural area in Trinidad. For those of us who live in the west and north, it is quite built up and densely populated. There are a lot of businesses, transactions that go on down there. So it's imperative that they have a dedicated fire service. And as it pertains to Sawa Fire Station, like most other stations throughout the country, that is in dire need of repairs, of refurbishment work, and I would suggest probably relocation for that station. It has been an issue of locations, and again, we are hopeful. With our last meeting with the Chief Fire Officer, he did indicate that they were able to acquire the necessary resources to outfit that station, and we hope that that'll be done sooner rather than later, so those officers could reoccupy and the wages of not just constituents, not just of Sawa, but the entire environments could also see that increase in response times as the officers will be able to be relocated from Moa Fire Station, where they are presently housed, back into their district.
As we wrap things up, President Guy, what's your wish list going into 2026 for the officers, the thousands that you represent?
Well, certainly high on the order is the recommencement of salary negotiations. We have to get our proposal for the 2020 to 2022 period, which is the period before us. We submitted that to the Chief Personnel Officer almost 1 year ago, and we've had since one meeting before the elections was called. And of course, with a change in government, we expect new instructions to be afforded. The chief personnel officer, we'd have written him quite recently again for the restart of those discussions. So we look forward to genuine, good faith conversations, because we believe that compensation is important if we want to achieve all the goals of what a good compensation management plan ought to achieve. And that is to both attract, retain, and motivate the personnel under your command. If we are not able to secure such a plan, we will continue to see the brain drain within the organization, and the consequences will be felt by the public and those who are most vulnerable, that is women, children, the elderly, and disabled.
Well, President Guy, sincere thanks as always, all the best, and let's continue our conversations going into next year. Keep us posted, and all the best to you.
Thank you, Jason, and take care.
With that, we take the pause. We get ready for some housekeeping information before we take the ultimate, I wouldn't say it's going to be a big break, but we're going to really take that transition from now, well, coming up to 7 o'clock for the 7 a.m. news update, and then we, of course, turn the page on the second hour. But we'll take a small pause and come back and chit-chat before the 7 a.m. news. See you soon.
For this Christmas season, we coming. You can make your goals unfold, go get it. You can live your dream, join the team, let's do this. You can get the help you need to succeed with Brand Credit Union. You can believe that you can achieve it. Big goals, small ones too. Brand Credit Union, we've got you. No more waiting, that won't do. Make someday today. One life, so make it good. Live the way you know you should. With Brand Credit Union, yes you could. Make someday today.
Live your best life today with Rand Credit Union.
Something for everyone at PRW this Christmas. Get an RCA 40-inch TV for $1,850. Amazon Fire tablet, $550. HP laptop, $3,100. 6 feet lighted Christmas tree only, $599. PS5 console from $5,300. Get an 8-channel security combo for $3,000. MSI 21.5-inch monitor, $850. Call PRW today. 285-9779.
Step into ABC Doors and Windows, where quality meets variety. Discover premium wooden, steel panel, fiberglass, and steel security doors alongside aluminum, UPVC, and steel windows designed for strength and durability. At ABC, we're always a better choice, delivering products built to last and service you can rely on. Visit our showroom at 1 Chanka Trace, El Socorro South, or call 638-7184 to make your dream home a reality.
This Christmas, John Thomas presents Believe, a Pop Star Christmas,
featuring the Believe Junior Collective.
A spectacular holiday concert packed with favorite Christmas hits,
pop star energy, and show-stopping voices.
Be there on Friday, December 19th at Queen's Hall.
We're bringing the dazzle, the music, and the glamour.
Get your tickets now at Queen's Hall box office or at queenshalltt.com.
John Thomas's Believe,
a Pop Star Christmas,
this December at Queen's Hall. Get your tickets today.
Period nights don't have to look like this. Move less, wake up to change. So change for a real night's sleep with Always Overnight. Its 3 times protection system absorbs, locks the fluid, and keeps it away from your skin. For protected nights without leaks. Always.
Discover Regal Granola. Crunchy, flavorful, bursting with berries, seeds, Regal almonds, walnuts, pecans. High in fiber with real orange juice. Get Regal Granola, the perfect snack for your lunchbox.
Your healthiest life with the garden foods. Every meal is a chance to nourish your body and fuel your day. With the garden foods, vegetables, freshness and nutrition are always within reach. Quick to prepare, packed with fiber and full of flavor, because eating well should be simple and delicious. From freezer to table, enjoy real goodness in every bite. Available at your favorite supermarket.
We are your one-stop, most convenient, most helpful, most caring community pharmacy. Our pharmaceutical services include dispensing medicines, repeat dispensing, clinical governance, but we also have a fully stocked convenience store featuring our refreshment aisle, grocery lane, personal care products, toys, pet supplies. We are most conveniently located out of the traffic, just 2 minutes off the highway in Heartland Plaza, Endeavour, Chaguanas. Contact us on 220-8705 or 470-5938 and visit us soon.
Welcome back. Let's remind you ways you can contact us and ways you can stay on top of the news. Let's put all the information up so that you could take a note. Make sure and click and follow. You don't want to miss a beat. Well, that's our email address. So you're sending all requests to tmb@cnc3.co.tt. So that's signed, sealed, and delivered. Also, our social media handles, Instagram, Facebook, and X. Very active in the space, and we stay on top of all local, regional, and international developments. Now we head to the mobile app. It's a must-have on your smartphone. Get it today. #1 source for verified breaking news and the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. Well, how could we describe the Guardian? How could we anymore? I mean, it's 108 years of legacy, part of the fabric. So get your copy and stay on top of the news today. Let's take the pause and we come back. 7 a.m. news update next. See you soon.
So I tell them never ever worry, don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry, if your nice car get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. Always consider, Tackle is always right here for you. This Christmas season, we hope you never worry about a thing. Call 62-TATTLE or visit tattle.co.tt today. Tattle, where people are people. You know what I mean.
It's that time again. The lights, the music, the joy, and big winnings at JTA Supermarkets. Cash in and carry on the joy this Christmas. We talking pure excitement and over $200,000 in prizes to be won. 50 grocery shopping sprees to fill your trolley. 50 mini appliances to light up your kitchen. 50 JTA gift cards plus hamper giveaways. Just spend $300 or more, including $50 in Carlton's Choice products. Fill out your entry and drop in store. The more you shop, the more you could win, and the merrier your Christmas gets. Promotion runs until December 31st. Cash in this Christmas only at JTA Supermarkets, where your total bill always costs less.
JHI Trading, your one-stop hardware and home center, has it all for you. Come visit and choose from a wide selection of curtains, draperies, and linens. Lots of furniture, kitchen cabinets, and wardrobes. Top brand name kitchen appliances and accessories. A wide selection of tools. Bath enclosures and bathroom fixtures. Chandeliers. Vinyl mats and rugs. In-house paint shop to give you that special color. Mirrors and pictures in assorted sizes, colors, and designs. Lots of toys. Hardware and construction supplies. Visit JHI Trading Home Center and Hardware. 121 Eastern Main Road, Arima.
Season's greetings from Secu Credit Union, where we make your dreams come true. Check out our vehicle loan specials, flexible terms and reduced rates until February 2026. Need funds for the holiday season? Take advantage of our $20,000 Sorrel Season loan. No hold-on shares and no installment payments required until 2026. Get up to 5 times your shares balance with our personal loans or access up to $1 million for debt consolidation. Contact us at 226-7328 for more info. Secu, supporting expectations, caring for you.
Gaming Express Limited is a premium importer and retailer of the highest quality brand name electronics. We stock the widest range of PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Samsung, and Apple devices and accessories. Visit us at Shop 52, Level 2, Gulf City Mall in San Fernando, or contact us by phone or WhatsApp message at 687-7480 or 301-9797 or 798-1280. Like our Facebook and Instagram pages for updates on products and services.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
Top 4 answers on the board. We asked 100 women. Fill in the blank.
That was really not good. I'm sorry.
Nailed it. She said, that was really not good. I'm so sorry. You could give any answer.
I'm sorry.
Two families, one game, endless fun. Family Feud, weekdays at 5:30 p.m. only on CNC3.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Jesse Ramdale with headline news here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine says he was not made aware of the government's decision to permit United States military aircraft to transit through Trinidad and Tobago's airports prior to Monday's press release from the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs. Speaking to the media, Augustine noted he had not been consulted before the move was taken. But Prime Minister Kamla Persaud-Bissessar, responding to questions from CNC3 News, maintains that the arrival of U.S. military aircraft is part of routine exercises between the territories, noting that if anything out of the ordinary is to occur, the Chief Secretary will be informed. And despite Augustine's assurance that Tobago will not be made a target, Minority Leader Kelvin Morris says the island is already taking a hit. According to him, several cruise ship calls have already been cancelled due to the developments.
I note from hoteliers as well, they are saying to us in the PNM that they too are experiencing a number of cancellations, because the reality is, who would want to take a vacation in a place where there's fear that the military conflict may arise? And therefore, this is the final nail in Tobago's tourism coffin.
In other news, a former CPAP contractor has won a preliminary victory in the lawsuit challenging the sudden termination of its contract in 2020. Late last week, Justice Robin Mohammed dismissed an application from the state company to strike out the case brought by Tombo and Company almost 5 years ago. Justice Mohammed rules that Tombo had raised an arguable case that had a realistic prospect of success at an eventual trial. Tombo filed the case after its 3-year contract was terminated months after it was signed. The move by the government to terminate over 300 contractors was stayed by the High Court and Appeal Court over the failure of a contractor to engage in mediation and arbitration. Tombo's case was different as it expressed willingness to engage in alternative dispute resolution. It was also never paid for the work it performed, including payment in lieu of notice under the contract, even belatedly, like the contractors affected by the mass termination exercise. And the Minister in the Ministry of Energy, Ernesto Kiza, says he has been advised that occupational safety and health charges were laid earlier this year in connection with the collapse of Rig 110. The minister gave no further details on the charges or which companies were charged through the OSH agency, but he says preparations are in place to resume efforts to retrieve Phillips' remains. Next Monday marks 1 year since the tragic collapse of the rig that claimed the life of Well Services Petroleum Company worker Pete Phillip. Kisa confirms that he has been given oversight of the operation and will be present when recovery efforts begin in the coming weeks.
And I'm advised that the investigation has been completed on the ministry in the OSH side and so on. And as I think it's public knowledge that the ministry through the OSH they would have charged the companies and them. Well, that's a matter of public record that you could check. I'm not sure if the matter came up as yet in the court. In terms of the investigation on the company side, I have not been furnished with any information as to whether they have completed.
Well, those were 7 a.m. news headlines. We'll have another news update at 8 a.m. on the TBC Radio Network.
Shopping is a pleasure, and the price is right.
5 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Wednesday morning, let's get into our food for thought, words to inspire as we kick off our number 2. And we read together. Let's put it up one time. The future depends on what you do today. The words of Mahatma Gandhi again. The future depends on what you do today. Great words to kick off the second hour. Let's head across to Jean-Marc with our world weather wrap. Jean-Marc, good morning.
Good morning. In today's weather wrap, we head over to the northwestern United States, where a levee on the White River failed early yesterday, prompting a level 3 evacuation notices to be sent out. Officials representing the city of Pacific wrote in a post on Tuesday morning that those living in the area surrounding the breach needed to evacuate. The National Weather Service issued a flash flood warning around 1:35 a.m. after reporting a levee breach on the White River in the city of Pacific. Now, this is the first time I've ever heard of the city of Pacific, and most people would only know of the Pacific Ocean. But after a quick search, there are actually 2 cities named Pacific, one in the northwestern United States where the levee breached, and another in California. Now let's take a look at a climate-related story. A groundbreaking new temperature data set is extending climate records back nearly 70 years. The data sets used to diagnose the modern history of the planet's climate typically start with the year 1850. This new data set goes all the way back to 1781. The new temperature records help contribute to the growing sense among scientists that the Earth has warmed more than what calculations based on the 1850 starting year would suggest. It establishes a cooler baseline period in assessing the planet's temperature change. The extended time frame matters because greenhouse gases in the atmosphere increased 2.5% between 1750 and 1850. That's enough to have caused some warming that the previous data hadn't accounted for. Scientists caution not all of the warming between the 2 early periods can be attributed to human activities. They also pointed to 2 very powerful volcanic eruptions in the early 1800s. Now, the dataset was published by 16 scientists in the journal called Earth System Science Data. Now let's head back home to take a look at today's forecast, where we can expect a few showers continuing this morning from overnight, with 1 or 2 becoming heavy at times over Trinidad. Conditions should begin to improve by mid-afternoon to give us a mostly fair evening. Now with the extra cloud cover today, the high will be a bit lower than usual and may lead to a cooler night if winds are light enough. That's all for today's weather wrap. Back to you.
Jean-Marc, sincere thanks. Up next, Tobago Talk, and when Tobago Talk, we listen. A matter of fact, Tobago Talks, that's the segment. Curtis Williams, president of the Tobago Division of the Chamber of Industry and Commerce, joins me next.
Feliz Navidad.
Switch on that feeling of home. Switch on happiness. Switch on kindness. Switch on unforgettable moments. This Christmas, switch on the joy with B Mobile.
Life. What a wonderful journey we're on. Each stage is unique. And at Tata Life, we not only understand, but also appreciate that you'll have different needs at different times. So trust us to protect you and yours with our comprehensive range of financial planning solutions to ensure that you never, ever have to worry. To learn more, contact a Tata Life advisor or visit tatalife.co.tt today. For the many stages of your life, Tata Life, a member of the Ansa McCall Group.
At Bagwansing's, Port of Spain and Chaguanas, we are committed to providing quality products for all major building projects. Let's build together with rebars and beams, BRC coils and mats, RHS and angles, roofing sheets and purlins, lumber, plywood and MDF. Bagwansing's, building homes, building communities, building TNT for over 60 years. Bagwansing's, Port of Spain and Chaguanas, building value every day.
Give meaningful gifts to improve and maintain good health and longer life naturally. At Modern Caribbean Enterprises Limited, we have a wide range of trusted products designed to support, strengthen, and improve the health of your entire family. From head to toe, we've got everything to keep your family feeling great and looking amazing this holiday season. Get special discounts, free giveaways, plus $100 off detox spa session. Gift certificates also available.
Food Basket Marketplace, Season of Savings. Arima, Chaguanas, Chamflair, and Gulfview. Lamb shoulders, 3 pounds for $99. Goat, 4 pounds for $99. Tyson leg quarters, 11 pounds for $95. Beef ham, $149.95 each. Butterball turkey, $22.95 per pound. Chicken ham, $89.95. Cow heel, 5 pounds for $99. Creamery ice cream, 1 gallon, 2 for $95. Food Basket Marketplace, Season of Savings. Arima, Chaguanas, Chamflair, and Gulfview.
Visit Tire Clinic Marketing, New Truck and OTR Tire Service Center at number 30 and 32 Montrose Main Road, Chaguanas. Call today at 665-8973 or 672-3419. Alignment services available. Tire Clinic Marketing, Truck and OTR Service Center. A tire for every need. Add the true taste of Christmas to your dishes with Caribbean flavors. Start your holiday baking with Caribbean flavors, essences, and cake spice blends made for sponge cake, sweet bread, and sorrel. Refresh your festive moments with Caribbean flavors flavored Moby in fruitcake flavor and other delicious flavors. Try our Caribbean flavor sorrel concentrate. Perfect all festive gatherings. Our signature ham glaze perfectly balances your ham or chicken. Caribbean flavor seasonings and sauces adds flavor to every bite. Caribbean flavors, the heart of every Trini's Christmas table. Available at leading supermarkets nationwide. Stomach discomfort again? Bloating, cramps, irregular bathroom habits? Meet Vivera, your daily support for a balanced gut. Vivera works fast to help reduce the abdominal pain, ease bloating, and support healthy digestion. It helps restore balance to your gut so you can get back to feeling light, comfortable, and in control. Choose for real digestive relief, safe, effective, and trusted for both children and adults. Now available at pharmacies nationwide. Vivera, feel the difference.
This and every Wednesday, Tobago Talks, and when Tobago Talk, we listen. As mentioned, Curtis Williams joins me, President of the Tobago Division of the Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Curtis, great to see you. And season's greetings to you, the family, and all from the Chamber. All the best, my friend.
Yes, morning to you, Jason, and morning to the listeners and viewers.
Let me find out, how are we looking in terms of Christmas sales? What's the buzz? What's the pulse? What's the frequency right now in Tobago leading up to Christmas 2025?
Well, Jason, as we stated early on this year, there were some expectations coming out from the Tobago Auto Assembly in terms of business towards contracts and business towards the sector. Some of these expectations were lived through, some just never lived through, some were ongoing. And we asked what was the problem, and they indicated to us that they were having a bit of cash flow challenges. But now, as the new government is installed and the relationship between Tobago and Trinidad seem a little more realistic, and there's more money in the coffer, we expect that come 2026 we will have a better and booming relationship in terms of the business community receiving projects from the THA going forward. As we speak, I know that the THA did indicate that the first week in January, they will be delivering this grand plan, a 4-year plan. So we're looking forward to that plan. Today we are a bit, up to last night, I was speaking to a food vendor, and she indicated to me, I said, where's the fresh fruits? And she said, well, boss, things have been a little sluggish, things have been slow, and I don't want to go and buy all these fruits and have them spoiling on my hand. And that is the same sentiments have been expressed throughout Tobago with some of the vendors, that things is a bit slow, it's a bit sluggish, and they will not go putting themselves in expenses where they know that they won't be able to recover. Some of the sectors that are showing some sort of a movement is more the financial sector. I knew for sure the motor vehicle sector. A lot of people is looking at vehicles, buying new vehicles. A lot of people is going to the financial institution, borrowing loans, the credit unions, and so forth. But there are other sectors, construction, tourism, that is not of that health, or nothing is happening much in those sectors. I knew up to last week, I was at the Hotel Association dinner. They invited me, and speaking with their members, and some of them indicated to me that things at the hotels, especially international bookings, some of the international bookings have fallen off. And I asked, what's the reason for this? And they indicated to me that the relationship or the tension between the U.S. and Venezuela is causing the international travelers to say, hey, let me think second thought about going into that region and have my holiday for Christmas. So those are the things happening on the ground, Jason, presently.
And, coming out of that, that was actually the direction I was going, to kind of find out if there was a correlation between some of the uncertainty in the region and the tourism or tourist arrivals. And I'm watching what minority leader in the THA would have mentioned. It's in the front of the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian this morning, and he says, with the Tobago fallout and the fact that there's U.S. military action on the island, that's more or less, as far as he's concerned, the final nail in Tobago's tourism coffin. What's your reaction to that statement?
Well, Jason, as I indicated early on, that the members are the ones that indicated to us that, especially in the tourism area, that they have seen that decline in bookings, and it's something that we have to look at. Some of my members also expressed the Forex challenges that faces them. Some of the smaller business, they express that Forex challenge that faces them, and they're trying to get goods. And some of them, I spoke to about 5 of them who actually closed down that aspect of their business because of the fallout of the Forex situation. And then we plague with the other challenge of bills not being serviced on time. We have the OPR here, Jason, and the OPR asks for certain standard in terms of you must have your taxes paid up to date and so forth. But the same government institutions, state enterprises, owe you hundreds of thousands of dollars. The same institution that is asking you to ensure that you are OPR ready and you have all the documents intact in terms of paying all your liabilities to the government, they said that same institution owe you thousands of dollars for months. And that's unfair, Jason, because if you're asking me to make sure that all my documents are together for me to continue doing business with you, but you, the institution, you, the state enterprises, owe me for months, and we're talking about in excess of 9 months, you owe me, in some instances, millions of dollars. How can I pay my statutory obligations? And I have staff to pay and other commitments to pay. The first thing I would do is pay my staff. And because you institution, you government, you state enterprise owe me, then I will leave you for last because I expect you to pay me so that I can meet my necessary statutory obligation. And those are some of the things plaguing the Tobago business. Jason, remember, we are small. We don't have that reaches as some of our counterparts in Trinidad. So when you have institutions like WASA and those people owing you for in excess of 9 months and continue doing business, and they're asking for documentations to make sure your OPR ready, the same tax clearance, the same VAT clearance, the same NIS that you have to pay, you just can't do it. And I think this is unfair. And I think those state enterprises and those institutions that owe the Tobago business, I think they should come up to scratch and pay these people, because it's important that we continue the dialogue, we continue conversation, and we continue doing business with these enterprises. It's really unfair for us, Jason. And those are some of the things that plague us in the Tobago space. And not buying as I indicated, the tension. Just recently, up to this morning, I was looking at the news, and I see a couple countries have been blacklisted by the U.S. and have been given restriction on their visas. Jason, if something is that to come by us now, what will happen to Trinidad and Tobago? We weren't able to stand up. The people in Antigua, a friend of mine, a business colleague, called me last night, and he's so scared about what's going to happen with that relationship between the U.S. and Antigua when they put those restrictions come next year, January. It's a scary moment in business, Jason.
President Williams, thank you there for sharing, because many probably hearing for the first time some of the perils that Tobago businessmen and women have to treat with on a daily basis. I want to pivot now to the concerns of safety. Is it that Scarborough and all the major hubs on the island, is there that sense of safety? Is there that police presence? Are you seeing it in real time? What's the general mood when it comes to safety leading into this very hectic and joyous occasion, Christmas?
Our last meeting with the TTPS, and they have expressed certain initiatives that we put in Tobago. There have been a reduction in serious crime on the island. The detection rate is really up. I can see and I applaud the senior person, Mr. Eli, and his team for doing a good job. I've noticed the patrols are joint patrols. The Army and the Coast Guard is on joint coastal patrols. And they're on the coast doing coastal patrols. As you know, our borders are wide open. Jason, is like an open door. You can come in and go anytime, any day. Jason, so it's important that the law enforcement do those coastal patrols. They also see the police, and they have different uniforms, so they have to be a special team. And they do their patrols in the vehicle at some of the hotspots across the island, and I welcome it. It's now Christmas time, and you can know how the buzz will happen, so hopefully later on this week or even next week, coming closer to the ending of the shopping period, and a lot of cash and people being moving around with same. So we expect the police to be up in their ante, and we do see them doing the patrols, and we want them to encourage them to continue with those patrols as the season gets to its peak.
And you all, of course, also in election mode, because THA election carded for early January 12th. So how's that going, and does the election create any kind of economic turn? Is it that people are out, they can get sales for the kind of numbers coming out to these political rallies? What was the general sense? Because it's Christmas, yes, but also THA elections around the corner. So lots happening in Tobago.
Yes, the election is there, and we want to wish all parties good luck, and we tell them to keep a clean election and keep it responsible, speak about the facts, and leave out all the bantering and all the pecan. We could do less with that, and let's treat with what's happening in the space, all the facts and what is proposed for development, what you have done, and what you intend to do. We wanted both parties, and all parties, I should say, stay to the facts and inform, because the business community and the public alike will judge you based on your performance and you deliver. So if you deliver and you perform well, I think they will make the decision as we've seen. The election is so far it's going pretty all right. I'm listening to all the speakers on the platforms, and my members are, and we all are, we both share information to ensure that what is being said, and we will hold these parties accountable. Whoever wins, we will hold them accountable. We're waiting again, as I indicated, the big plan roll out for the THA. They're going to roll out a big plan in the first week of January. We all waited with bated breath to see what this big plan have in it, and if they're successful at the polls, we will hold them responsible. And also the PNM have some plans that they're going to put with their manifest. So we're all waiting for all these lovely plans, and we will hold the relevant parties responsible, Jason. We want transparency. We want some kind of, Jason, we need honesty in the Tobago space. And that's what we want, a bit of integrity and honesty.
And let me ask you, just to get a perspective as to the general mood in the business community concerning, let's say, the radar, the military buildup. You said it's already putting an impact on tourist arrivals. But when it comes to the general safety, the well-being of Tobago, do you think it's going to be one of those big ticket issues going into the THA elections? What's the general conversation like from the business community concerning the radar and the military, well, that installation, and more so the fact that the Crown Point, the airport itself now could be it's more or less open for aircraft there to land. I think something landed up to yesterday.
Yes, Jason, and that's correct. The radar, the aircraft landing, military aircraft landing in Trump Point is not something new. We had aircraft landed before. But what happened is because of the tension between the U.S. and Venezuela, and all these things now heightened, there's a heightened activity happening. So now as you get the tension, now without the tension and the aircraft landing will be a spectacular, you all go down to see this lovely aircraft landed and so forth. But now because of the tension, when an aircraft lands here, the first thing you want to do is look and see what's coming out of that aircraft or what's going in. And most of the times they land in darkness, or they land away from the public view, so you mightn't see what's going in and out. And so the big issue is not so much the landing and the radar, it's just the tension. The uncertainty of what's happening in the space, Jason. Every day you're just getting an update, and it's giving you, in the business community, our last conversation we had with our members, everybody is sitting on the edge because we are a bit tense as to what's happening in the space. And now, as I indicated, we heard about the 3 Caribbean countries that have restriction on their visas. Jason, all these things is new to us, and it's given us a bit of anxiety as small business operating in a limited space. We have a bit of anxiety happening here. So we're hoping for peace. We hope that peace prevails and everything just kind of neutralized. But as things happen, we just have to be prepared for the worst and expect the best.
President Guy, as we look to wrap things up, Curtis, a matter of fact, President Williams, as we look to wrap things up, I want to give you a chance to extend greetings, Christmas greetings and more or less best wishes going into 2026. President Curtis Williams, it's all yours.
Definitely, Jason. I just want to say on behalf of the management team of the Tobago Division and the members, we want to wish all of Trinidad and Tobago a Merry Christmas and a safe and prosperous New Year. We know a lot of things will be happening in Tobago in 2026, the opening of the new terminal building. We may have some increase in flights. So we see some things may be happening in the tourism sector, and we hope the election be safe and a new government or whatever is being installed. It's a new or the administration continue. We wish the best of whoever, and we want to make sure that the Tobago Division have a cordial relationship with the new THA going forward.
Curtis Williams, President of the Tobago Division of the Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Thank you so much for the great conversations we would have had for 2025, and I know we will continue with more next year. God spare life, and all the best to you, the family, and everyone there in Tobago. We always appreciate the conversation. That's right. Curtis Williams touching base with us. Up next, yes, the Queen is in the building. The Trinidad and Tobago World TT representative, Georgia Lee, Joanna Gill, and the franchise holder, Sharu Luchandas. They're going to join us to speak on her win, Beauty with a Purpose, and what's in store for our Queen stepping into the grand competition next year.
Valsayn on Saturday, December 20th for the most festive line of the season, featuring Marcia Miranda, Crazy, Eddie Charles, plus Nyla Blackman, Alison Hines, and the Prince of Soca Parang himself, it's Rome! And that's not all. Live Parang vibes from Los Alumnos de San Juan. Get your tickets now. IslandEtickets.com or call 4TICKET. That's 484-2538.
At Guardian General Insurance, we know your home is more than just a building. It's where your family feels safe and where memories are made. That's why we're here to protect not just your house, but the people and dreams inside it. We are your partner, working alongside you to provide the right protection, the right support, and the peace of mind you deserve. With Guardian General Insurance, you can live safe, live easy.
Looking to refresh, repair, or redesign your space? Build a Home has you covered. From expert painting services and pressure washing to general home cleaning, maintenance, and even full residential design and construction. We deliver quality every step of the way. Call 362-5451 or email buildahomett@gmail.com or connect with us on Facebook and Instagram at buildahomett. Build a Home, where quality meets home.
Every Christmas Santa have one plan to make sure he get his blue ribbon ham. Forget the rest, this is the one, the best is in ham blue ribbon.
Even Santa knows a Christmas ham is a blue ribbon ham. Whether it's pork, beef, chicken, or even turkey hams, Blue Ribbon has hams for everyone.
Forget the rest, this is the one, the best is in ham blue ribbon.
A Christmas ham is a blue ribbon ham. Get yours today.
Deck the halls with kaleidoscope colors, fa la 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 la. Fill your home with joy and wonder, fa la 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 la.
Celebrate the season with over $40,000 in furniture and groceries from Kaleidoscope Paints. All you do is deck your halls in Kaleidoscope colors and win. This Christmas, choose Kaleidoscope premium quality paints every time.
Check social media for details.
Food basket super 99, Arima come inside.
Holiday season, we dressing with pride.
Fashion for the whole family.
Men, women, boys, girls, nice and trendy.
Hey, parent bells ringing, colors so bright. Food basket super 99, Arima making everybody feel nice. Affordable styles for holiday time. Up, step out looking sweet, every outfit prime.
Food basket super 99, Arima. There we shine, super 99 vibes in the Christmas line. Food basket super 99, Arima. Bringing all the festive shine, where shopping is a pleasure. And the price is right.
I take some time off from me work to help me wife clean up.
And that's the face of a young woman trying to process it all, you know, all the hard work and the sacrifice, you know, coming into play in that moment, understanding that, my goodness, yes, I've been able to accomplish the task. And now, of course, the work really begins, because she's getting ready to head out to represent Trinidad and Tobago with distinction. We want to say congratulations to our queen. She's from Arima, Georgia Lee Joanna Gill. The name itself rings off like, you know, I love it. The fact that, you know, it's your whole name. It's just this particular swagger to it, and we could see really you're in your element on stage there at Sapa a couple Sundays ago. This would have been about 3 weeks ago, thereabout?
No,
2?
1 week.
1 week?
Yes, Sunday.
Yes, it's true. To me, like, I went way back. So congratulations, Queen.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you know, we had a brief discussion, a brief chit-chat at East Gates a couple of months ago. And from then to the actual moment on stage, walk me through the journey, the kind of sacrifice, the kind of work that went in to this particular pageant.
We definitely put in a lot of work. So it all really started with pageant coaching with Richard Young. And there we learned a lot of things like etiquette and how to really walk and own a pageant platform, a stage. And then we also went through training with Adrian Raymond, where we learned how to communicate and express ourselves to the public, which was something that was really vital. And we would have done that every week
until finale, and it was really important, I think, to our development as well, because we really learned more about who we are as individuals, and that was something I really, really loved.
Yeah, really, I mean, I know Miss World, all the pageants, there's lots of work, lots of, hours, real hours. You're having to put aside whatever projects or work or whatever you're doing to be there. But we're treating with your Beauty with a Purpose project. We'll get to that in a few. And just the fact that this particular moment, can you put into words what you felt in this moment, what you were going through, when you were could you process it on the night, or you had to process it a little time after?
I had to process it a little bit afterwards, if I'm being honest. But in the moment, it felt as though time stood still. And when that crown was above my head, it really was a defining moment where I realized what was happening. It was a moment where the pageant crown, Miss World, and I, Georgia Lee Gill, really became one. It was a beginning of a journey for me where I would become a role model to many. I would become an advocate for many causes, but one that is near and dear to my heart. I will become an ambassador for Trinidad and Tobago, and all the responsibilities and joy and pride, I felt it in that moment, and I was really happy about everything that happened. Being surrounded by my sister delegates and my family and friends, I felt the love from my community.
Yeah, and the results I could see was well received. All the girls were there to embrace you, to give you that particular strength going forward, because the work, as I mentioned, will continue as you prepare for the pageant. When is the Miss World International?
That is not clear, not confirmed, but we're preparing for April.
And 2026 for sure, April, and you're not even too sure of where just yet?
No, the host country is not clear.
Great, but indeed I know it will be somewhere I'm sure you never went to before, different culture, a whole different experience.
You are right, yes.
And that in itself would be a great experience and knowledge for you going forward. Who was the person that really gave you the encouragement to enter? Was it something that you wanted to do, or you got a nudge from a family member or a friend?
I got it from everywhere. If I'm being honest, it all started with God, honestly, where I was looking for purpose in my life. I felt like I was missing direction and motivation. And so, of course, I looked to God and said, God, guide me, tell me what I need to do. And he did that in a very clear vision. But also surrounding that, when I told my family that this is something that I want to pursue because I feel like it will truly be for my betterment, they were 100% surrounding that and supporting that. And then my friends, when the advertisement for Miss World came about, my friend, my dear friend, she was like, Georgia Lee Gill, the time is now. You're going to apply, and I did that, and I'm so very happy I did.
Yeah, we all are. Let me find out, you was able to go through all those messages after? I mean, I could only imagine your phone blowing up the night of, the next day. I know your family would have been there, people would have come from Arima to support you, but walk me through just trying to sift through all the message and all the love that would have been coming your way, and still I'm sure it's coming your way.
It is. I made it my top priority to message everyone back, because the support from the community and the wider public of Trinidad and Tobago, it meant a lot for me. To see how much people supported me, how much people wanted this. I wanted them to know from me, Georgia Lee Gill, how much this meant to me, and I said thank you to everyone. That was important. So thank you, Trinidad and Tobago, for that support.
No, that's truly amazing that you were able to respond to everyone. I want to find out, the Beauty with a Project, Beauty with a Purpose project, your passion project. Give me some details about it. What's that project about?
Sure, it's about Alzheimer's awareness. I believe that that is something that is often discussed in hushed tones. You don't really hear about it enough in our country because it's something that is really sitting within people's homes. And it's something that's very private. And families dealing with Alzheimer's, they go through a lot. They go through a lot of mental, emotional, physical stresses that not a lot of us are aware of. And I just wanted to shed light on that by educating the public, empowering those involved, whether it be a family member or a professional caregiver, and hopefully leading to the evolution of the whole Alzheimer's awareness
campaign or advocacy.
Yeah, was this a project that was close to home? Anybody in your family or close to you would have had to endure this?
Yes, that would be my grandmother. I love her dearly. She's wonderful. She's doing great, and she's very proud of what I'm doing today.
Yeah, that's really strong and powerful. I want to give you a chance to not only extend greetings to the nation on this joyous time, Christmas, and greetings to you and your family.
Thank you.
But just give us that sense of optimism. You are going into the new year with this title, with purpose, with that Trinidad and Tobago flag, and we know you're going to fly it very high wherever the pageant is next year. But I want to give you a chance to really give that sincere thanks to all those who have been in your corner, and just to leave us with words of encouragement going into the new year. So the floor is yours.
The floor is mine. Hello, Trinidad and Tobago. I just want to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone involved in my crowning and my success, to my family and friends who made it all the way down to Sapa. I really appreciate your effort, and I truly felt the love in the crowd. Thank you so much. And to my dear sponsors who believed in me from the beginning of my journey, thank you for your faith and your unwavering support. It meant the world. And to all my trainers that really poured into me, poured into my growth and development, you're one in a million, and I would not be able to do this without you. And to Trinidad and Tobago, I love you dearly, and this is the season of love, togetherness, and merriment. So let us all come together, open our doors to one another, and let's enjoy this festive season. Please stay safe as you're out there doing your Christmas shopping, and let's have a wonderful season together.
You know, Georgia Lee, girl, I'll tell you this, 40 years ago, next year will be 40 years that we went all the way in the Miss World with Gisela Run. And I'm getting a good feeling. It's literally 40 years to the day, to the moment. And with you going forward, I want to put it into the universe that we want you to go all the way, and I know you can.
Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The Queen is in the building, and we wish her the best. We'll definitely probably touch base before she heads out next year to wish her the best again. So congrats to her. Miss World TT. Touching base. Up next, we get a chance to hear about a great engagement. I saw this man yesterday on my way out, and he's back in the building. Jesse McBarrow, mindset coach, for a goal-setting party. This party real different. Let's get some details from Jesse after the break.
Christmas, the season of love, laughter, and just a little bit of chaos. Sometimes the ham has other plans, and sometimes you just need to call Granny. Digital Postpaid Family Plan keeps the family connected. Now everybody can be in the Christmas line near or far, starting at $500 for 2 new postpaid customers. Get 200 gigabytes of data plus 1,000 anywhere minutes to share more of those festive vibes that make the season brighter. Because at the end of the day, Christmas isn't about perfection, it's about real connection with Digicel.
Something for everyone at PRW this Christmas. Get an RCA 40-inch TV for $1,850. Amazon Fire tablet, $550. HP laptop, $3,100. 6-feet lighted Christmas tree only, $599. PS5 console from $5,300. Get an 8-channel security combo for $3,000. MSI 21.5-inch monitor, $850. Call PRW today. 285-9779.
This Christmas, John Thomas presents Believe, a Pop Star Christmas.
Featuring the Believe Junior Collective.
A spectacular holiday concert packed with favorite Christmas hits, pop star energy, and show-stopping voices.
Be there on Friday, December 19th at Queen's Hall.
We're bringing the dazzle, the music, and the glamour.
Get your tickets now at Queen's Hall box office or at queenshalltt.com.
John Thomas's Believe,
a Pop Star Christmas. This December at Queen's Hall.
Get your tickets today.
Something for everyone at PRW this Christmas. Get an RCA 40-inch TV for $1,850. Amazon Fire tablet, $550. HP laptop, $3,100. 6-feet lighted Christmas tree only, $599. PS5 console from $5,300. Get an 8-channel security combo for $3,000. MSI 21.5-inch monitor, $850. Call PRW today. 285-9779.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Panadol's new formula. 5 times faster than other paracetamol brands. There's no time to waste during special moments. When I need fast pain relief, I choose Panadol Rapid. With its new formula and exclusive technology, it's 5 times faster than other paracetamol, giving me effective pain relief. And it's also gentle on my stomach. Because my greatest gift is giving them special moments.
A mortgage is what helps you turn your dream of owning a home into reality. First Citizens helps you plan for every other cost, such as insurance, maintenance, and utilities. Mortgages build equity, offer long-term investment, and give you freedom to make the space yours. First Citizens is here to help you understand your first steps to a mortgage. First Citizens.
Are you battling diabetes, infertility, heart disease, or vision loss? Oxidative stress may be the hidden culprit, damaging cells and disrupting vital functions. The answer, antioxidants. Introducing N-Toxyl Fort, the super multi-antioxidant formula. With powerful ingredients like glutathione to detox and boost immunity, superoxide dismutase to neutralize free radicals, lutein and zeaxanthin to protect vision, and carotenoids to fight inflammation. Choose N-Toxyl Fort for powerful antioxidant support. Available now at pharmacies nationwide.
My mom has been shopping here for the last 15 years. So coming here with her, now I have my own family.
The variety of items, cleanliness of the place, the spaciousness.
My favorite section is household.
My husband loves the hardware section and the auto section. My favorite would be stationery.
Price Club is the low price leader, leading supermarket in TNT.
They are the best. I would recommend Price Club to anybody.
Author, speaker, mindset coach, a man of so many hats. It's always a joy to touch base with Jesse McBarrow. A matter of fact, on my way out yesterday, he was coming in to, I'm sure, do your promotion for this amazing project. You know, you're here party, but then this is a party with other friends. It's a goal-setting party. Never heard of something like this before, so I'm really looking forward for the full details, man. Talk to me. This is happening literally soon after the Christmas, right?
Yes, right after the Christmas on the 30th. Well, first of all, thanks for having me again.
Of course, man. Compliments of the season to you, man.
Yes. So yes, on the 30th of December, we're having a goal-setting party. Yes, it's a party with a twist. So it's not a wine and jam, but it's really progressive people coming together to really plan and structure their new year. I believe that your new year starts this year, and people who start the year with a clear plan usually able to execute it. If you don't have a clear plan, then chances are you won't have any direction to go.
Well, I mean, strategy, creativity, execution, and recognize major components of the coming together.
Absolutely.
How does one? I mean, the execution is the final part, but you must have that plan, and I guess it's just the start, right?
Yes, correct.
And you're starting something must be the hardest
it's
part.
The hardest part of starting, I think, is starting anything.
Yeah, so true, it's true. That's a start, right?
Yes. And, I have that in my book, and I know the last time you spoke, you said you was writing that book. Did you write it yet?
I put in my notes down.
You put in your notes down.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to start, and what I believe is A lot of people say finish what you start, but really and truly, my perspective is start what you finish. If you have a clear plan, you finish the plan, then you start. A lot of people try to just start something, which is cool, which is the objective, just to take action. But a clear plan shows you the finish line, so you know when you get there.
Excellent, well said. I'm seeing that the evening it's an all-inclusive experience. Could you elaborate on that?
So you're getting drinks, you're getting food, you're networking. We have a cocktail hour from 6 to 7, and from 7, everybody have to hold on to the seat. They have to get comfortable because it's going to be a ride. We have 7 speakers, including myself. We're going to have people speaking on finances, personal finances, branding, how to speak, the elevator pitch, networking. You're going to learn literally everything that you need to really succeed in the new year.
And Studio 121 or 121, for those who don't know, give me a landmark, let me know where it's at.
It's very close to Maritime. So it's the street right next to Maritime. As soon as you go down that street, it's the first street, is 10th Street, 1 to 110th Street, Barrett area.
Okay, so Maritime, you swing, like you go back to the bus route, and then you make the first right?
You make the first right, and then you make the first right again.
Okay, first right and first right, okay.
Yeah, and then when you go down there, it's the corner of 9th Avenue and 10th Street.
Fantastic. So you'll be speaking, you said it's going to be a mix of conversations on finance and other key talking points. Who are some of the speakers? I'm seeing some people coming up on screen.
Yeah, so we have Alette Liz Williams. She's going to talk about multi-million-dollar communication strategies. We have Antonio Bertis. He's a human development coach. And, of course, he's going to talk about personal leadership. I don't know who's going to come up next, but yes, David Reyes, he's a financial consultant. He's coming out from Shogunas, really, really dynamic speaker. This is the entire cast. Jenna Julian, she's a therapist. She's going to be doing the vision board for the night. Candace Bailey, she's flying in from Florida. And Josh Rudder, he's going to talk about branding.
Where can we get tickets as we wrap things up and information for the
Go straight to tovertickets.com. You will see the goal setting party. There are 2 events. It's one event but 2 parts. One for youths and one for adults. We're focusing on adults right now. But yes, you will see both events there. You could get all the information and purchase your tickets there.
Well, Jesse, congrats in advance, man. This is going to be truly tremendous. It's the Thursday. It's after. This is after Christmas. This is right before New Year's.
Right before New Year's. New Year's Adam.
New Year's Adam, I like it. The goal-setting party, Jesse McBarrow, touching base. All the best, my brother.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
For sure, we made it through the interview with no incident. Remember the last time?
Yes.
Oh gosh, I'm talking to Jesse, big state emergency call. We have to wrap up and leave the building. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Hey, we take that pause and we come back to officially pull the curtains down. See you soon.
Magical Expressions Limited is the largest local importer and distributor of fresh cut stems, offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us today at 701-6488, 701-6680, 728-6786, or visit our website to order.
Parang with Rome is on! We're heading to Cipriani College, Valsayn on Saturday, December 20th for the most festive lime of the season, featuring Marcia Miranda, Crazy, Eddie Charles, plus Nyla Blackman, Alison Hines, and the Prince of Soca Parang himself, it's Rome! And that's not all. Live Parang vibes from Los Alumnos de San Juan. Get your tickets now. IslandEtickets.com or call 4TICKET. That's 484-2538.
Welcome to Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
Do enjoy your stay, sir.
everything.
You want some coffee?
Can I have a
Perfect then.
That's exactly what we need.
Hi, the pool is this way.
Whatever you're here for, we're here for you. Stay smart at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
Rome, this ham thing is really getting out of hand now. Yes, it's great foods, but I think I'm greater.
Greater than our great foods, ham? Nah.
Yes, it's either me or the ham.
It's easy, big ham. Great foods, the name says it all.
Fill your slate with the best for less Christmas specials at Southern Food Basket. Goya Spanish capers, 2.5 ounces, $18.50. Carbonella stuffed olive sachets, 18 grams, 3 for $24.95. Valentino non-alcoholic sparkling wine, $19.95. Pringles assorted, 148 grams, $19.95. Quattro cookies, $24.95. With every $200 you spend at any Southern Food Basket, you can qualify to win a dream Christmas home makeover with over 100 appliances to be won.
Your healthiest life with the garden foods. Every meal is a chance to nourish your body and fuel your day. With the garden foods, vegetables, freshness and nutrition are always within reach. Quick to prepare, packed with fiber and full of flavor, because eating well should be simple and delicious. From freezer to table, enjoy real goodness in every bite. Available at your favorite supermarket.
This coming Wednesday, 17th December, is the last day to buy your winning ticket for
the Queen's Royal College 3-car raffle. Merry Christmas! First prize is a luxurious, fully loaded royal ride, Ford Ranger. Draw date Saturday, December 20th at the school. Tickets only $100. All proceeds for the further uplifting of the school. Tickets available from teachers, parents, alumni, and of the school. Also nationwide at all branches of True Value, Reliable Appliances, Christina Shoe Store, Kenny Sports, Unique Bookstore, Extra Foods, JTA Supermarkets, Police Credit Union, ABC Home Center, The Trinity Shop, PRW Enterprises, Sharon Bookstores, Starlight Drugs, Ishmael Khan and Sons, Shamir Spas, Modern Electrical, Bagans Drugs, Steven Sons Fashions, also Crosby St. James, Athletes by the Park, Cincinnati Drugs San Grande, Bellini Drugs San Fernando, IslandEtickets.com.
Don't be lucky and coward. Get your tickets now.
QRC College Christmas 3-car raffle.
Struggling with blood sugar swings, high blood pressure, or stiff joints? Take control with Aja Nutrition's powerful wellness trio. Berberine Plus supports healthy blood sugar. Blood pressure support helps keep your pressure in check. And Joint Aid keeps your joints moving so you can stay active every day. Don't wait. Choose Aja Nutrition for trusted, effective solutions. Available at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Feel better, move better, live better with Aja Nutrition.
Yes, welcome back. As we pull the curtains down, let me just straighten up my tie there. Good to go. Nice. So as we pull the curtains down, just a quick recap of some of the major stories coming out of the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. We are treating with the situation in Tobago, so we stand by as to what the commentary today will be regarding U.S. military activity in the space. Of course, the final farewell to PNM Stalwart 30. We're looking at, the missing hunter. I forgot to mention that earlier. He was found alive, so that's a really feel-good story there. I'm happy that he'll be able to spend Christmas with his family. The back page, we treat with the girls' tournament that's happening, Jewels of the Caribbean. We wish all the players the very best. And as I would have mentioned at the very start of the show, there is a development coming out of Venezuela. We will keep our eyes on that. Donald Trump, president of the U.S., would have deployed some of his assets there, and they're putting more or less a pause on what I would imagine would be the shipping routes with their particular positioning. Whether this leads to an escalation, we don't know, but we stay hopeful, and we just keep our eyes on all developments, and we can continue bringing you the news so that we could be on the same page. With that being said, have yourselves a great day. Be safe, TNT, and God's spare. I'm back for more tomorrow, Thursday, right here on the Morning Brew. All the best, TNT.
Brew is brought to you by Omega XL. Live long, stay strong.
Season's greetings from all of us at CNC3. As an affiliate of Al Jazeera, we now join their current program.
Hello, I'm Fuli Batibo in Doha with a look at our main stories on Al Jazeera. Gaza's civil defense teams have rescued 6 members of a family from their home after the roof collapsed. It's the latest building damaged by 2 years of relentless Israeli bombardment to come down during the harsh winter storms in the Strip. Elsewhere, Israeli forces are carrying out raids across the occupied West Bank. They stormed the eastern neighborhood of Jenin earlier on Wednesday. Palestinian authorities announced the closure of schools in the city to ensure the safety of children. And 4 Palestinians have been wounded by Israeli gunfire in Nablus, one of them seriously. Soldiers fanned out in the streets of the old city, pointing machine guns at Palestinian store owners and shoppers. Soldiers are also firing tear gas and stun grenades at residents. In other news, U.S. President Donald Trump says he's ordering a blockade of all sanctioned oil tankers moving in and out of Venezuela. The order marks a sharp escalation in his administration's campaign against the government of President Nicolas Maduro. Maduro says the U.S. is trying to steal Venezuela's oil.
Le decimos al pueblo de Estados Unidos nuestra verdad.
We tell the people of the United States our truth, and it is very clear. Imperialism and the Nazi fascist right wing want to colonize Venezuela to take our wealth: oil, gas, gold, iron, aluminum, and other minerals. We have sworn to defend our homeland, and in Venezuela, peace will prevail, along with stability and shared happiness for our people.
President Trump is expanding a travel ban on citizens of 5 more countries and imposing new limits on others. From January, citizens of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, South Sudan and Syria will be banned from entering the U.S. They join 12 other countries that have been deemed high risk, including Afghanistan, Sudan and Yemen. The Trump administration has also imposed full restrictions on people with travel documents issued by the Palestinian Authority. Funeral services have been held in Sydney for some of the 15 victims of Australia's worst mass shooting in decades. The surviving attacker has been charged with 59 offences, including terrorism. Hundreds of people have paid their respects to Rabbi Eli Schlanger, who was killed in the attack on Sunday. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says the government is ready to take whatever steps are necessary to stamp out anti-Semitism.
We need to learn any lessons that are learnt from this, undertake stronger action, undertake any legislative change, undertake any powers, additional powers that are needed across the board. To work with the Jewish community, we want to stamp out and eradicate anti-Semitism from our society. We want to also stamp out the evil ideology of what would appear to be, from the investigators, an ISIS-inspired attack. That has no place, that sort of hatred.
Meanwhile, the Philippines has been investigating what the Bondi Beach suspects were doing on the island of Mindanao. They spent a month in the area just days before the attack. The government says there's no evidence the suspects received any military training in the Philippines.
Regarding reports describing